Because these guys make slow decisions. These guys here make quick decisions. They analyze, they take action.
Right.
And that's the difference. I just want to get clear on what I want, what I want to look for.
Yeah.
I'm going after that. I don't care about the rest. Soon as Seattle becomes super hot on this, and the next city's gonna adapt it. Boom. There you
Perfect.
go.
I got my mentor Thach here, and one of the things that I really respect about you is how you work well with your wife, Cami. So my question to you is, how do you and Cami, after all those years, make sure that you guys are aligned with the value and you guys are fully committed and happy on both sides?
We have to make sure we have clear roles. When we started, I would be doing stuff in her department, and then I would expect her to do stuff in my department. We realized after a lot of argument that what I want her to do in my role isn't really her strength. So today, my role is to go out there and be in the public eye and go build a lot of relationship and go find opportunity. People want to sell their property, buy property. Basically, I call it make it rain.
Right.
And then when I get those deals, from there, I turn it over to Cami. She will review it, and then she will make the offer. When they get accepted, she will actually get all the paperwork together. She sends it to the bank, and they will close on it. She and the contractor, Chris, they will talk about what they're gonna rehab or build, and then she and Chris will talk to the architect. They will design the property, and then when they get permit, then she and Chris will build out, and then basically I will be in these meetings picking colors, but Cami will be out there leading it, and then I will be going in looking at it because she's taking charge.
Gotcha.
So I take charge of making a rain. She take charge on everything else from there.
Wow. So you say you were fighting a lot through that. How did you reach the consensus of, okay, Thach, you're better at making it rain, bringing the deals together, and Cami's the actual brain behind it, executing everything?
You just to know your partners, you know their strength and weakness. Cami is more of an analytical person. She know how to understand all that. She has more patience, and I like to talk to people, and I don't mind going out there and building a relationship. She doesn't care for that.
Yes.
And so when we learn that, we realize this is my job duty, and then this is her job duty, and we stay out each other's job duty, and then we both do that well, and then we compromise.
You guys are great teammates.
That's
like
it.
That.
And you know, it sounds simple, but most people never take the time to figure out what it is that they are actually good at. So make sure you and the spouse, you got to clear on your roles.
Got it. That makes sense. I think that naturally flows into the next question. You have an amazing real estate portfolio right now.
Yes.
But let's say you went all the way back to your beginning.
Yes.
And you only had you and Cami.
Yes.
To start all of this. You know, what would be the first thing that you would put the systems on to scale fast and avoid all the chaos that you've run into?
Awesome. Number one, I need to know what is the big money making type of products that's out there right now to make this money at. If somebody dropped me right now in Seattle, after my research, I'll know it's buying old houses like what you did and building ADU.
Yes.
And if this is the biggest money maker, this is where I'm gonna spend all my time going out there and finding these property. My only job is to go out there and talk to as many sellers who have these type of property and see where they sell me their property. But what Cami and I would do, you have to put together your A team. You need an A team. Everything starts from the lender, the right contractor.
Yes.
Very important, because the contractor is in charge of the sub. You get the wrong contractor, everybody fall apart underneath him. Then you got to get architect. Later on, when you grow this, you need the right property manager.
Wow.
That's how we would do it. We start over today.
I have a huge follow-up question to that. What me and my girlfriend are seeing and realizing is we're pretty good ourselves too. How much more efficiency that we'll get when we are actually owner builders. One thing that I'm finding hard to balance is making an A team versus making my own team. I don't know if that makes sense.
That you're not going to be property manager. You're not going to be an architect, right? You're not going to be a lender. The only thing you can do is basically be a general contractor.
Yes.
But what come along being a general contractor, all the liability that everybody trying to get out of that position. At the end of the day, you could save $56,000 doing it yourself, but your biggest asset is to go out there and learn how to find deals. So you better off hiring a good general contractor, pay the money that you think you'd be saving if you didn't have him, but then you be babysitting all the stuff. You have to meet up at the site, meet with the inspector. Those times, you'd be better off going out there finding deals because you want to grow. You want to be the entrepreneur.
Gotcha.
The rainmaker.
That makes sense. That makes sense. The third question that I have is, I think you kind of touched upon it right now. There are a lot of talks about how DADU potential properties are very saturated and they're going out of stock. What's your take on it, and what do you see kind of the next openings showing up?
I think that city Seattle, for example, is a big city. And I believe that there's enough opportunity for everybody. And the problem, not everybody want it. We might see a lot because we see a lot of students doing it, But in the overall, our students still very small percentage of what's the opportunity out there is. The new opportunity now on a lot like this, instead of putting 1, you should put 2 next time. So the rules change. So what I'll be looking for is properly at least 6,000 square foot lot. So that way, instead of building 1, I build 2. So I can actually, for the same effort, I can make 3
more
property.
values.
You got it. And that's the new mindset. So I don't care about other people. I just want to get clear on what I want, what I want to look for. I'm going after that. I don't care about the rest.
Makes sense. And the way that you do it, you know, and a lot of people think it's some kind of secret, but you know, after I learned from you, I literally go to the city, I signed up for the newsletter, and they literally tell you what the regulations are going to be. So I guess that's how you stay ahead of the game.
And then soon as Seattle becomes super hot on this, and the next city's gonna adapt this, then you can move to the next city doing it.
There you go.
Like that.
Perfect. All right, our last question of the day is, you have thousands, if not millions of different mentees that you've coached throughout, I don't know, 20, 30 years of your life. What's one thing that you think that separates the ones that were successful and able to really achieve their goal versus who kind of stay where they begin?
I'll tell you what it is. The one that actually really does well compared to the other one is the one that actually implement fast. If I say to a student, change this design, fire that architect, get rid of that builder, this is a bad deal, don't buy it, go buy a better deal. Those students, they said, done. No questions asked, they take action. I remember what Warren Buffett said at one of his shareholder meetings, because I'm part of that. He says, the difference between a billionaire and everybody else is the billionaire people, they make quick decisions. The students here, these guys make slow decisions. These guys here make quick decisions. They analyze and they take action. They analyze, they take action. And that's the difference. What also help make decisions is being exposed to someone that you can ask questions all the time. Like for example, this private inner circle. So we see these guys every Friday. And so every Friday they come with questions, and then they ask questions, I tell them, and then they take action. And the answer comes from being exposed to people doing it, and you have access to them at rapid speed. And that's how you can make rapid decisions.
That makes sense. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Thach, for every your expertise. You've guided me to the greater goods, and like my future looks so much greater.
Hey, all we need is like 2 or 3 of these more set, then you're done, bro.
I'm done, and I start flipping the next houses. You know, that'll be my paying off phase. So,
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Boom. There
Perfect.